of the three outside, I'm gonna call them outside counsel, because they were not direct employees of the DA's office. Had Mr. Wade ever tried a felony case, prosecuted a felony case before this, to your knowledge?
No, that he has never prosecuted a felony case. And I asked his law partner that, who had been his law partner for some time, that he had never prosecuted that. I also did some independent research in the metro areas where I knew that he had worked in Cobb County, so I looked to see if he had ever been filed as a prosecutor in Cobb County for felonies, and he was actually just a solicitor, and solicitors is, because you said not everybody may understand the difference between solicitors and district attorneys.
We've got an ex-solicitor on this panel, so I won't say anything negative about it.
So he can tell you all about it.
They prosecute misdemeanors, right?
Yes, and in Cobb County specifically, they prosecute misdemeanors, yes.
Okay.
Breaking, Judge McAfee will be delivering a decision very soon. Now let's get to it.
Earlier, it looks to be much more specific date-wise anyway than just, those 24-hour chunks like that.
Right. I mean, it's more specific, but it doesn't say what, like, just for example, team meeting and argument prep. Argument prep for what? I mean, normally when we do bills, we would say, argue motion to dismiss or argue whatever the motion is. Research, what are you researching? Researching statutory privilege, whatever it is.
Now this one, he shows date ranges when it's over multiple days. Like down at the bottom, 426 to 427, 18 hours. If I'm reading that right, or 16 hours. But on that previous one, he just has 1 day, 24 hours.
Yes.
And you say these are approved by Fani Willis. By contract, she has to approve these billings.
Yes, she does. And those are approved by her. So if there were any questions, and as a lawyer, when we submit bills to clients, they regularly question, and I know when I've done appointed work, they regularly question that as well. You have to list exactly what you're in court for, exactly what you're drafting. You can't just say prepare cases. You've got to say, what did you prepare? What did you draft? So, I mean, the county, in Cobb County, for example, they make you actually attach motions. If you do like an appeal or something and you're billing for that, you have to actually attach it to prove that you did the work.
Hey everyone, welcome to the mix. Like, share, subscribe, per usual. As you can see what this video is going to be about. Yes, Judge McAfee, Fani Willis, a decision will be handed down soon, you guys. Maybe this week. Judge McAfee did give a 2-week time frame. So, but before I continue with my commentary, reaction, and opinion, I need for you guys to hit that like, share this video, subscribe to the mix. Today is Legal Tuesday. For those who do not know, yes, go ahead and smash that subscription button. Again, hit the notification bell. That way you will be in tune with all the content I drop on my channel. Thank you very much. You guys, if you're interested in donating, hit that cash up right here. Yes, again, today is Legal Tuesday. Thank you guys. Keep it respectful and peaceful in the chat. What's going on in the community section? So head on over there. Vote. Okay, you guys. So, will Judge McAfee disqualify Fani Willis? Okay, in a previous video I did, which I will drop the link in the description section of this post, said I would be shocked if he did not disqualify Fani Willis and her entire team. Well, we are in week 2 and a decision is pending still as of today, Tuesday, unless something has happened that I am unaware of by the time you get this video. So we're headed into week 2. We're in week 2 and my stance has changed just a little bit. So based on the most recent developments, you guys, with this entire messiness and alleged unethical behavior of Fani Willis and her boo thing, I can confidently say, you guys, yes, I can confidently say this decision will be historic, and I'm going to stand on business right now. Judge McAfee will likely disqualify Fani Willis and her office. Yes, you're hearing it here on the mix. My prediction will be that he will disqualify Fani Willis. I mean, hey, I'm throwing it out there. And if I'm wrong, hey, I'm wrong, whatever. But in my most humble opinion, that's where my thought process is, simply because there's been so much surrounding this. And how do you move forward? Even when it comes to pay, how do you move forward with Nathan Wade when it comes to pay? How can she navigate this if, just say hypothetically speaking, if the judge does keep Fani Willis and her team and on this, how would the pay come into play? How would that be monitored? How would that be managed? Would there be oversight? They will be dealing with, if Judge McAfee keeps them on this, they will be dealing with a lot of micromanaging, and to me that would be a trickle-down effect. It just wouldn't be good business when DAs, prosecutors, independent prosecutors are pretty much a free range. you know, if that makes sense, to kind of, I'm not going to say do what they want to do, but they have a hell of a lot of discretion. A hell of a lot of discretion. Check out some of my legal related videos, you guys, in the video section. I speak on this when it comes to judges, prosecutors, attorneys, and law enforcement officers. That's one thing I do not typically like about the legal field, because, and also too in some private sectors, when you're dealing with management, when you're dealing with corporate America, yes, there's policies, rules in place, but there is in my opinion, substantial amount of discretion, meaning that they can kind of make their own decision based off of the information in front of them. And will they be biased? Will they be fair? Will they be just? You know, in whatever capacity that is in. So that's my only hiccup, really. Well, two hiccups with the legal system is the discretion they have, the amounts of discretion, and also the conflict of interest type of thing. I just really see that it's a conflict of interest, period. It comes to the attorneys, the judges, even if you are a public defender. And I think I shared this with you guys once. I was taking legal classes. I do have a legal background, for those who do not know. I'm not an attorney. I'm not, I do not practice law. I'm not a judge, none of that. So, but I was in a legal class and I attended, it was for extra credit. So I attended bond hearing. The course was facilitated by a judge. So for extra credit, he invited us to class to bond court on Saturday, just to, you know, get the logistics of what he do, etc., etc. So, cause sitting judge, but he taught classes part-time. And so I go to that particular bond hearing in the morning. It was real early in the morning. So we there, the students, so we sitting, watching, and it was a long process. But afterwards, the states and the public defenders, they was talking like, where are you going to lunch? So like, yeah, I'm just like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So I just found that to be like incredibly a conflict of interest. How can you be professional and be fair and balanced when you are kikiing and hanging out with these people after hours, even if it's even more cozy with far as family wise with one another and form solid relationships. So I just think I side eye all of that. So, but I digress. So as you can see, if you see right here, it says, these are some bullet points I honed in on a few weeks ago. Did Fani Willis commit a crime? Absolutely not. Bullet point 2, did Fani violate rules of professional conduct and ethic behaviors and conflict of interest governed by American Bar Association? Probably so. And that's a strong probably so. And I still stand with that. Last bullet point, should Fani Willis have disclosed her relationship with Nathan Wade to the judge ahead of time, even if it was over? Absolutely yes. Full disclosure with a huge case like this. You guys, I speak to all of these points because when it comes to rules of professional conduct in the legal industry, whether you be a judge, whether you be a prosecutor, district attorney, whatever, private attorney, that is huge. They're really big on like money laundering, mismingling money, fraud, mismanaging, misuse of funds. They're really big when it comes to the financial aspect of funds, even if you're in the private sector and you're a private attorney. So, and then also too, conflict of interest. They're real big on that as well. So, but it's a twist with the conflict of interest. Usually when it's fully disclosed, that gives a heads up and an opportunity for the higher ups in the legal field, to say a judge to review it, to say, okay, you know what, okay, you did give me a heads up, as long as it won't impede your, decision or your, how you navigate the case, then I see nothing wrong. Because full disclosure. So to be honest, you guys, I do believe in terms of the conflict of interest, it seems like there was some contradictory statements in terms of legal wise on paper. I think Nathan and Fani committed to some type of affidavit, meaning signed it or whatever, basically citing that did not date in 2019. However, when they got on the stand, testified in court at that special hearing, it was something, different. There was some conflict in terms of the dating history. When did it start? And it was contradictory to other people who testified, meaning they were friends who are in the same community as them. A judge who is now, I guess, Fani's former friend, who basically testified that they were together romantically back in 2019. So again, it's contradictory statements like that. And I just think, in my opinion, that this puts a stain on everything. So I don't know if you guys understand the poisonous fruits doctrine. Google that. That's a legal term. So basically, if you do something that's unethical, dishonest, illegal, shady, or whatever, when you're prosecuting, or when you are a private attorney, when you're in this legal space or law enforcement, it's fruit from the poisonous tree doctrine, basically citing that if you did one thing wrong, unethical, untruth, illegal, or whatever, everything else on that tree is questionable. So it all comes from the same unethical tree. So yeah, that's my on that. But yeah, so why do I think this in terms of Judge Mcafee deciding that Fani will be disqualified? Why do I think this? I want to hone in on the funding of her office. So that's bullet point 1. the funding of her office, meaning in comparison to other prosecutors and other state's attorneys in that capacity, in that space, as far as independent wise, how much they were getting paid, how much they were getting paid. So I think the judge will focus on financial piece. Was their enrichment of this situation, business, I would say personal terms, business relationship. And if so, then that is to me the nail in the coffin. So I would say the funding aspect, because a lot of prosecutors, to my understanding, and those are independent prosecutors, they didn't even make nearly, there's not a history of any prosecutors, former prosecutors, or current prosecutors making $600K plus for a case. It's just not in the history. I don't even think those in the White House who work at the Department of Defense or the Department of Justice makes that amount of money, or even saw that amount of money. So that's bullet point 1. So then the trips, how were they paid for? What was it really funded by? Nathan Wade, and how was that? It just seems a little sketchy and shady. Also, like I said before, the contradiction of their affidavit versus what people said on the stand, and actually what they both admitted to on the stand in terms of relationship wise. So those are my 3 points as to why I believe. One being the strongest point is the financial piece, or it's being enriched. So that I do believe Judge Mcafee will, this is unprecedented, and this will be unprecedented, will remove Fani Willis and her entire team. I would be shocked if he do not, but I'm stand on business, business, and just let you guys know, I do believe he's going to have her removed from the case. And with that being said, is this technically a win for Trump? Absolutely. However, someone else will have to come in and reevaluate things, another prosecutor, and go from there. That's even if that's going to happen or will happen. Any event Judge Mcafee rules against Fani and her team, her boo, remaining on the case. So, but I just, the reason why I cannot see him doing that, because it's the financial piece of it. To me, it's a stain on it. It's too sketchy. And it's like, how can you continue on this trajectory to prosecute this biggest case, this huge case, and then you have the financial piece that's highly questionable now, highly questionable. So, but yeah, so let me know your thoughts, you guys, down in the comment section. Like this video, share this video. This is the Legal Tuesday edition here on The Mix. And as soon as I receive any updated information on the situation, or if there's a decision handed down by, as far as from the hearing, Judge Mcafee have his, decision in play, I will bring to you an updated version, an update. I'm not quite sure if I will go live, depending on the time and all of that, but yeah, you guys. So just stay tuned. Thank you guys for your continued support. Like, share, subscribe, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye.